Hey friends, it's Hope, and today I'm here to do a non-spoiler book review over Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. Now, this book follows our main character, Mare, as she lives in a world that is divided by two colors, and that is red and silver. Mare is a born red. She has grown up a red, and what that means is she is pretty much looked down upon society because the silvers are more of the royal and elite who have all the money and all these like special powers and who really control the reds. Well, one day, Mare figures out that she is actually part silver after an incident, and the queen and the king also find about this surprising little secret. So they take matters into their own hand and they decide to move Mare into their residence and market Mare as the daughter of a lost war hero. So the book follows Mare as she is now navigating her life as part red and part silver and trying to figure out how in the world she's going to get out of this mess. So I would say that the plot and kind of the storyline of this book was really intriguing to me at first. When I started reading the novel, I felt like the very beginning was just really choppy, and I don't know if anybody else felt that way, but really it didn't take until about chapter 7 or 8 for me to really feel invested in this story. And I think the main reason was because I wasn't completely in love with Mare's character. I felt more of a connection to the two princes, Maven and Cal, and why I really liked their characters was because Cal is this handsome and powerful and somewhat rebellious prince who you really want to love, but then at the same time you have this thing in the back of your head just reminding you that he is the crown prince and he's going to be the most powerful man one day, and so he is like enemy number one if you're siding with the Reds. And then you have Maven, who is the second born prince, and he's really trying to make a mark in the world and trying to find his identity and really trying to find a cause to be a part of. He has this kind of like this daddy complex where he's trying to prove his worth, and I don't know if he reminded you guys of Warner from the Shatter Me trilogy, but when I was reading this book, all I could think about was he kind of had some similarities and characteristics to Warner, but that may just be me. But I love the dynamic of the two brothers because you could obviously tell that there was still some animosity and there was still some jealousy and competitiveness with the brothers. But with that, I mean, they were still a team and a duo. And I loved seeing how their characters really progressed and changed throughout this book. One of the things that I had an issue with was when you're reading the book, you obviously see the red side and they're fighting for a cause, and the cause is the complete opposite of the silver side and they're fighting for a cause. And then with the political types of stories, of course, you always have that group where they are the rebellion, and so then you have the rebellion side. And for me, I felt like all the sides, I couldn't really take a side with any of them. I didn't 100% agree with their strategy and kind of what they wanted to accomplish. I was really hoping that the rebellion was going to be the harmonious piece in between the red and the silver and maybe be that puzzle piece that kind of fits both of best worlds together. But there were some things that the rebellion group in this book did that I really didn't agree with. So yeah, I'm a little torn on who I should root for. You know that the silvers are kind of the bad guys, but I'm still holding off that not all of them are. Another thing that I really didn't enjoy in this book was when characters got themselves in a situation that they should have been put to death or they should have been captured or imprisoned. I felt like Victoria Aveyard wrote these situations where they were so easily solved and they got out of all these situations a little bit too easy. I wish there was more of a struggle, and I honestly think a couple of the characters escaped to death a little too easily. Like I said, I would have loved to read more about a struggle. The story also had a lot of predictable moments in it, But I will say that there were a couple of things that happened at the beginning of the book and at the very end of the book that I did not see coming, and I really did appreciate that a lot, because while I kind of felt like I knew where the story was going, I mean, I even remember Facebook messaging my friend Mandy, and I was like, I really hope it's not this person, and I just had that gut feeling that it was, and it was that person. But yeah, I digress. What I'm trying to say is that even though there were moments where I really felt like I knew what was going to happen and it was predictable, there were some really key things in the book that I didn't see coming, which always makes a reader happy. Overall, I liked this book. The beginning was really lacking, but the end made up for the things that I didn't really enjoy in the beginning of the book. So for that reason, I'm going to rate this book a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I'm going to bump it up to a 4 on Goodreads, and I'm definitely going to be reading the next books as they come out. What I'm expecting in the next novel is Cal's character to be more present, and I'm really interested to see what is going to happen on Maven's side of things, because his character changed so much throughout the book. I'm interested to see if he is going to stay a protagonist or an antagonist through the whole series, and what's going to happen to him. Is he going to become an anti-hero? I don't know. But I will say that for me, I honestly think that Maven was probably my favorite character in this book. And I know that there was a little bit of a love triangle between Mare, Maven, and Cal. And while I absolutely loved Maven, after finishing the book, I kind of want her and Cal to end up together. But I don't know, because Mare was kind of a jerk to Cal, and I wanted to just smack her over the head for something that she did to him at the end of this book. But yeah, I would love to know who your favorite character was. Am I alone in thinking that Maven was the best character in this book? I don't know, probably. I think if you guys are interested in reading this book, but you felt a little hesitant because of all the hype, I definitely think it's worth checking out and reading. Alright friends, well that does it for my non-spoiler book review over Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'm sure I will see you soon. Bye.